So, today we are going to talk about auditing and accounting. I would have loved more people to really be around and not to wait around for the recording, but all the same, we're going to start. So, auditing and accounting is a very, very important part of business. Like very, very important. In some way, it might actually be the key to any business. It can also be the key to scaling. Because what you don't know, what you don't focus on, you cannot scale it. So auditing, accounting is extremely important. So auditing actually tells us where the money comes from. And when the money comes in, also tell us from where it goes. So, and when it comes to business, business is a game of number. Money is a game of number. So accounting gives us the record and explain financial activity. So everything that you are doing in your business, they are all financial activity. Everything you're doing in your business. The reason why you're in business is because of money, because you want to make money. That's just it. And this money that you're making, you need to record, you need to track, know what is coming in, know how it is coming in, know from whom it is coming in. Because without that, you cannot be in control of your business. If you don't understand the money, you don't fully control the business. If you don't understand how money comes into your business, how money goes out, you don't understand it. So why auditing is to check records, to make controls and reliability. Auditing check records to make sure that, okay, all these things that are here, all these expenses, is it actually being paid for what is being paid for? What's this money about? Is the money really truly spent for what it is? Why why these two are important? Because for you to manage your business, you are going to use these numbers to make decision. Okay, so what are the things that accounting will help you to see? Accounting will help you to see revenue, how much money came in. Accounting will also help you to see profit, when what of the amount that came in did the business actually keep. Accounting also help you to see the assets. What are the things that the business own? It's also help you to see the expenses. Where did the money go? All the money that came into business, because you can be making money. For example, it was years after Amazon have been popular everywhere, maybe about 10 years ago or so. They started declaring revenue. And they've already they were already $1 billion company, they were already big, but they were pre-revenue. They said they were not yet making money. That means they can be influenced to a business, but the business is not yet making money. Whether the expenses is bigger than the business because they are trying to grow, because they are trying to scale. So you need to know how much you're spending. Then cash flow. When did money come in and when did it go out? And liability. What does the business actually owe? Because I've seen a lot of people running unprofitable business. They are owing so much. Yeah, they think they are making so much there, but they are making so much expenses that whatever is coming in seems insignificant compared to how much they are spending. Now, at every month end, you need to have understanding of all the major movement of money, all the major activities in your business. But two things that I'm actually very particular about in this training is actually revenue and profit. Now, okay, I'm going to come back to all of this, but I want to quickly go to revenue and profits. I'm going to this because of the one-on-one session I've had with most people. One thing I've discovered is people don't know the difference between revenue and profit, especially those in service business. They don't know the difference between revenue and profit because I remember there are two of my mentees, they are also my co-owner, that have always been, three actually, that I've been talking to for a while to know how much they actually made. And I've been very, very happy about them. One has always told me, oh, she's already doing 3 million, one's already doing 2 million, and like good figures. Only for me during the one-on-one session to carefully look into their accounting, ask them some questions, and realize that they were actually calculating their revenue, not their profit. And who cares? Revenue is important, but what we're talking about is how much did you make? What's your gross profit? So sales is how much did you sell? Gross profit is what remained after direct costs. Net is what did the business actually keep? Delivery cost is what did it cost to deliver? Overhead is what operating costs came after that, while margin is the percentage of revenue that became profit. Now, I'm going to come to majorly to these two, the gross profit and the net profit. What remain after direct costs? That's the gross profit. When you're doing your accounting, your major focus is your gross profit. For example, you are doing CAC, you want to register a business name, and they paid you charge 35K for a business name, and the cost of doing is 22,000. Your profit is only 13,000. And when you are doing your calculation, you are calculating that 35,000 naira came in, and you add a lot of 35,000 naira, you add a lot of things together, and you came up to 3 million. Out of that, there's scum. Scum, you charge, maybe you're doing it for agent and you charge 30K, and it's costing you 25K or 20K to get it. And you've calculated 30K as your profit. So if you calculate 30K and you keep adding all of that, you realize that your revenue will be high. If I'm to calculate my revenue in a month, it might be going up to 30 million naira in a month because of the volume of job that I will do for agents, I will do for clients coming in here and there. And if I'm now calculating 30 million, I'm now basing, my revenue is 30 million. And I'm now living like a business owner that is having 30 million or that is making 30 million per month, or a bank that my revenue is 30 million. I'm going to be deceiving myself. And the thing is, someone that is making 5 million and someone that is making 1 million, if they make this business decision, it's going to be different. So if you go around making business decision like someone that is earning 5 million, whereas what you really earn is 1 million, but because of your revenue that you are calculating, you don't know, you lose money. You make a wrong business decision. You use money for house that you should not use for hard. You use money for business development that you know is for business development. You need to be able to know actually what you make actually, and that's the gross profit. So how do you calculate this gross profit? If someone paid you 50K for a job and it's going to cost you 30K to do the job, that 30K is for the job. Your profit is 20K. And then you keep on and on like that, keep calculating it. Someone paid you 70K for the trademark. It's going to cost you 30K to do the trademark. Remove the 30K, 40K is your profit. That's what you are going to calculate. Leave the 70, you have no business with the 70K. What you should calculate when you are doing your record is how much it's going to cost you how much you are going to make from this business. You have no problem calculating your rental charges. I was asking someone about, okay, what are the expenses? Okay, you made 2.1 million. So what are the expenses? Okay, said after everything, our profit was about 900. So how come? Said, remitter charges, this and that, and then so she said our expense was about 2. How did you account come around? So remitter charges are not expenses. They are not expenses, and this also applies to a lot of business. For example, let's assume you are selling there's someone that has a building contract that says, what's it called, all these building materials, that says building materials. So selling building materials, for example, you bought building materials from where you bought it from, maybe all what you bought was a million naira. And after you sold the building materials, you sold them for 1.1 million naira. Your profit is only 100K. But when you're not calculating your revenue, you now say your revenue is 1.1 million. No! Your revenue is not 1.1 million naira. Why? Because the other 1 million naira was what was the price you used in buying those things. What you're going to calculate is your 100K, that is your gross profit. And mind you, at this point, it is still gross profit because that is just the difference between your buying and selling. That's just the difference. Now, after you've now added all the money together, everything that you've made from CAC, from trademark, from copyright, from this, from TIN, and everything accumulated together, let's assume at the end of the month, after adding all the profits, not the actual cost, all the profit, it now amounts to everything amounts to 1 million naira. After the amount to 1 million naira, you now calculate how much did I spend on data, how much did I spend on airtime, how much did I spend on staff pay, how much did I spend to pay staff? Okay, did that take that's on transportation for the business? How much was spent on it? Is there anything, okay, am I paying myself salary? How much am I paying myself? After removing all of that, you now come to the net profit. So you calculate your gross profits, how much you make, which is very important. Tell you how much actually coming for your business. Now, you now remove your expenses, the expenses made from the business. Now, I also had contacts in the one-on-one session with a lot of people that said, oh, one thing about me is that I'll use my money to buy these. There are a lot of expenses that I have to make in the household. As money is coming into my business, I'm using money to buy this. So because I don't have, because I'm always spending my business money, that's why I don't have accounting. No, it doesn't matter. I understand the state of the country. If you're not already making very, very high figures, maybe you are still doing 200K, 300K, it might be difficult for you not to touch your business money. But difficult to completely separate your business money from your personal money and you're just spending everything. Fine. Your business is not doing fine to that extent. But you can still keep a good account. You can still calculate your gross profit. Okay, out of you spend money, use money to pay your student school fees, you use money for feeding, all of that does not matter. Just calculate your gross profit, and when you are calculating your net profit, the only money you are going to remove from it is the money is actually used to run your business. To give your net. So all the money you are spending, you are still spending from your net profit. The only money you are going to move from gross profit to get your net profit is the money actually used to run the business. All the money for, I want to pay my student school fees, I want to do this, is from net profit. Because you need to actually know what you're making in your business. You need to know what you're making, not just absorption. This is why some business are into debt, because they make absorption. In the one-on-one session, I also had a conversation with someone that was actually in very high debt, millions of naira debt. When I looked into it, I was like, this person is into debt because he's making an absorption of how much he earns. So money at times can be very deceiving. Money, you are always receiving a lot, money is coming in. You have this illusion that I have money or there's money. And before you know, you start to accrue expenses, do this, do that I don't actually have the money for. For example, you get a job, you want to do one trademark, 145 class year, like 4 NGOs here, this year, and you not actually pay them. And you're looking at all the money in your account, 5 point something million. Oh, I have money. Whereas by the time you remove all client expenses there, the money has finished. And you keep spending. Our client's money keep coming in to replace one. You don't know until you get to a time, what is left to your account is just about enough to do the job. But if you'll be doing your accounting, you will be able to figure out that, oh, actually, I do not, this is what I have. Actually, I can't afford to make this expense. Actually, I can't do this, I can't do that. It's very, very important. I'm going to go back. So accounting helps you to see revenue, what came in. Help you see how much your profit is. Help you to know your expenses. See, profit and expenses, very, very, very important. Now, you have to trace every major source of revenue. How did the money come in? Money come in. It's not just this month we made 2 million. The reason for account is not just to what's it called, where you're good. This month we did 3 million. This month we did 2 million. No. How did the money come in? Who gave us the money? I know the client that patronized me more. I know the agent that is bringing more job. I know all the it's important for you to know. Now, if job drop, this will be like, what happened to this agent? Is this agent not working with us again? What happened there? What happened there? And next thing is to trace it. What's going on? Have a call with the person. But one person leave, you are making a fire, and then you remove one stick 5 minutes ago. You think the fire is still burning. You move on that stick again 5 minutes later, the fire is still burning. Before you know it, the fire is out because one stick, like 5 stick, makes up the whole fire. You move one stick, it's still burning right now. You find out, no, it's not that, but it's still burning. Before you know, the fire is gone. And that also happen in businesses. You think, You are still making money now. We make 10 million last month. This month, we still made 10 million. But even though you made 10 million last month, I still made 10 million. One important client has left. One client that's giving you 1 million naira has left. But maybe circumstances just happened that just cushion and you made 10 million, but you've lost one client. The following month, another client left. 9 million. It's not that far. Before you know it, you've lost all your clients and the business is empty. You not start asking yourself, we just went from 10 million to 1 million, from 10 million to 500K. It must be the work of the devil. It's not the work of the devil. It's because you are not paying attention. You are not paying attention. How did the money come in? Who paid you? Who's your topmost client? Who's your best client? Who's your top 5 best clients? Who's that client that always refer to you? That maybe you need to check up on the person on the person's birthday, or you need to message the person, or you need to give the person a happy birthday, or you need to give the person a gift or a bonus, or you need to start paying the person for a referral. Who is referring people most to you? You refer the first client, the second client, and you did nothing. You didn't celebrate him, you didn't appreciate him. He will stop. Who is your topmost client? What service did they pay for? What was your topmost service? If I should ask you today, now what is your hottest product? Last month, which product gives you the best, highest money? Tell me, which of your products give you the highest money? If you cannot know it, then you are still playing. You need to know which product you are paying. And the truth is, at times, you cannot even say. You cannot even say. I would say last year, I was surprised in a month. I did accounting in a first week, second week, third week, and I was surprised that TIN that we were making not so much profit from was the topmost, and I was surprised. What's going on here? What happened to sales? What happened to trademark? What happened to the job that were leading the first one? I was like, okay, what's going on there? Is there a new thing in TIN? What's going on there? Okay, so I need to double down on this. What did they pay for? Now, when did the money arrive? Because of accounting, I know that okay, first week of the month we'll do well. Second week we'll still do well, but that third week is not always good. So at times I'll put extra energy in that third week to make sure that okay, we do something. First week and last week too, I know that they've paid salary earners. We need to push. Timing. Then channel, where did the sale happen? Clients are coming to you. Where are they coming from? Is someone referring them? Are they coming from Instagram? Is it Instagram that is working for you that you need to focus on? Or is it YouTube? The time I noticed that clients are coming to me from YouTube, I know that, okay, I need to start uploading more videos because clients are coming to me from YouTube. I don't know how. I was just uploading the YouTube for my students. But people are watching it and they were reaching out organically. What's that telling me? I need to do more. Very, very important. It is very, very, very important. Know where your clients are coming from. You need to trace every client, every service, every payment to know why. If you don't know why, then how do you replicate it? The worst thing that can happen to a man is to succeed. I don't know how he succeed. How will you have success? I don't know how. So how do you replicate that success? It's almost better for you to fail than for you to make success and you cannot replicate it. You've worked this month and you made 5 million. And next month you are back making 1,500,000. And you don't know how you made 5 million last month. How? How will you know if you don't take accounting? You don't know how the money came. June last year, we doubled what we are doing. We already making over a million last month. Last year, June. We already make millions, and then we doubled it that month. And I was like, how did it happen? How are we able to just double what we are doing in a single month? And I was able to say, oh, so this is what brought the money. So okay, how do we maintain it? I will maintain it. I wouldn't just maintain it. We keep increasing it throughout the year. And December, I was like, okay, how can we double again? How did I figure that? Because I took account detailed to the last 1,000. If you ask me how much I made last year, I will tell you to the last 1,000, to the last 1,000. Now this is what we made. If you ask me how much I made last month, I will tell you. How much I made January, February, March. If you ask me how much I made 2024 August, I would open my tab and show you. And you ask me, okay, how much do you make in trademark? How much do you make in CAC? How much do you make in this? What give you business? I will show you everything. All written down. So I know what is work. I know what stopped. I know why I stopped. I know what I did at this point that made the difference. It's very, very important for you to know the source that money is coming, for you to know your topmost client, for you to know your topmost service, the channel, and the timing. How did the money come in? Very, very important. Who are your top 5 clients by revenue? Who are bringing the jobs to you? Who are those who are buying from you repeatedly? Once someone buys from me one time, that's why I have some bankers, some accounting firms that work for me, some law firms that are working with me. At times it's just one time patronage. And second hand, I'll be like, you're a lawyer, right? Or you have an accounting firm, right? Oh, some of them just have maybe they just have a problem with a job, they just have a problem. Or like, instead of it just to having this problem and bringing it to me, or just saying I'm busy, we can actually partner and I'll be doing this job for you, for your law firm, for your accounting firm, for your bank. Repeat buyers, those who buy from me repeatedly, you need to know them. Payments, those who are always paying you, who are always reaching out. You also know the people. I see. I know two agents that gives the most problem on support. One, I know them. So after when they come like, I'm like, this agent has come again. Which client gives you the most profit? Then dependency. This thing is very, very important. This thing is very, very important. Some people think they are building their ball. It is just one client. One client can be one client keep giving you 2 million. Like one client keep giving you 70% of your income. 70%. If one client gives you 70%, then you know that you need to start pouring oil on that client's head. And after pouring oil on that client's head, you need to start looking for ways you can look for many clients like that. Because if that client decides that I am no longer doing it again, then your business is gone. Some business collapse because they are dependent majorly on one client. There's this major person that's just fueling money. And you've not come to think that what if this client leave? But people don't know because they don't take accounting. That this client is one that's giving us most of the job. For some people, it's just one service that's giving them most of the job. You don't come to think that what if the service closed? There was a time that there was CSC portal issue when they were doing the upgrade, and for like a month or 2 months, and CSC agents were hungry. We didn't feel it. Asking us, we did not feel it. We were still making the figures that we are making. Why? Because we make sure that there's no complete dependency on just that job. There was a month that we lost access to our agent portal. That was last year, July, August. And funny thing is that we just recently doubled how much we are making. And even with the fact that we lost access to the agent portal, what we are making, this still did not nosedive. We hardly took any CSC job, but we still maintain what we are doing. Because we made sure that there was no too much dependency. What if government just suspend CSC for a while? Or what if the way CSC have been going back and forth, there's a back and forth. And you need to feed your family. And you need to pay your bills. What will you do? Go hungry for that month? Because take it or leave it. We are most of this thing that we are doing, they are government jobs. We're depending on government agency. What if the government decide to say that we are shutting down CSC? or we want to take a break. You need to be sure that there's no too much dependency on a client and there's no too much dependency on a service. So you need to know which revenue sources are actually valuable. Your top service, your growth, how is it growing? Oh, trademark is growing. At times, just by taking accounts, there's one time I know that trademark was what's going on? Oh, they said B Lord are a very dark man. B Lord did something, very dark man did something. It was from the accounting I was able to tell that what was why people just rushing to do trademark, the what kilo shele. So when next I'm talking to a client, I closed someone for 45 classes. The person paid me 2.7 million. Just using very dark man and B Lord story that have you heard about very dark man and B Lord? How did I discover that? Because in my account, I said, I working, what is going on? Oh, so this is the full gist. It was very dark man. Maybe trademark this one, trademark that one. We all knew what happened in the POS saga when CBN said all POS people must register. We all made money. I think we did about 100 to 200 jobs, CSC jobs in a month. That was like our highest. Apart from when we got what's called a bulk job, that was about 350 at a time. I said that was the highest because of a single news. At that time, the highest revenue source was CSC registration. So you need to know which revenue source is going fastest. Also, you need to know which is taking most of the time. There was a time I was working with a company, and it seems as if the pay was it was okay. You're receiving payment every day, but I checked. Oh, what revenue is this thing giving to me? Okay, how many hours per day? How much of my time is this job actually consuming? And when I realized that it is taking too much, I resigned. I resigned. We all know the Pareto principle. 20% of what you do give you 80% of the profit. While 80% of what you do give you 20% of the profit. So with accounting, you can know the 20% that's giving you 80% of the profit, and you focus on it. The other 80% that is wasting your time, cut it off. You cannot scale with the 80%. You need to focus on 20% and double down. Predictability. How predictable is your source of revenue? Are you making 10 million this week or this month and 1 million the following month? How predictable is your revenue? Can you bank on it? Throughout this year, if you check our revenue chart, you will see it's always plus or minus 1 million. Plus or minus 1 million. Plus or minus 1 million. How predictable is your income? Or you make money this month and the following month, zero. When you take proper accounting, you can see everything. You can see these details and they can help you to take action. It will also help you to know your next move. Which revenue stream deserves more investment? You see, I'm doing this thing. We are just like, they are coming from Instagram. Okay, let's put more money in Instagram. Oh, they are coming from free training. Let's do more free training. Oh, they are coming from YouTube. Oh, yeah, let's put more money on YouTube. Oh, yeah, let's put more effort on YouTube. It lets you know which revenue stream deserve more investment. What channel? Oh, they are coming for affiliate. Yeah, let's increase our affiliate commission. Oh, let's push out to more people to become our affiliates. It is important. Predictability of your revenue and for you to know your next move. Where's your money going? What's taking money away from you? You need to know what are your expenses. So the time you had very high data expense. Oh, this staff is buying this data weekly. That staff is buying data weekly. And at the end of the month, we're having over 50K in data cost. So I sat down, 50K in data cost times 12. Is that not? That's 600K a year in data cost. That's too much. Okay, what can we do? We can buy 125. Since most of them are working remote, we can buy 125 800 gig, 1 terabyte of data for 125K. Buy it in two places, and then they can be sending data so because we were able to check out, because we took accounts, I will know what our expenses are. Oh, we are paying this amount on staff. So this is what our staff is costing us. This was airtime is costing us. This is what fuel is costing us. This is what we are spending on ads. Which cost is writing with sales? Oh, as we're making more, as our hard revenue is increasing, our sales is increasing. So that says what? We need to spend more money on hard revenue. Which costs can we reduce? Which costs can we remove? Are there costs that does not really add to your business? It's just there. Can we remove it? Can we cut it down? And which are the costs that stays the same every month? What expenses is adding value to your company? And this one that most people don't do. Are your personal expenses and your business expenses separate? By the time you are calculating your gross profit and your net profit, you are not to remove your personal expenses from your gross profit. No, only your business expenses to give you your net profit. I've explained this earlier. Revenue is not profit. Revenue is not profit. Please, revenue is not profit. Stop calculating your revenue and think, oh, we are now, when I ask my co-owners, those who are making over $1 million, I've seen a lot of them that not yet in that field. So they are close, but they're not there yet. They're not there yet. And it's very painful for me because people that I've explained that, oh, they are swimming in the millions. They've been explained that, oh, this month they do 2 million, this month they do this one. Only for me to check and see they were giving me revenue. Revenue is not profit. Gross profit, yes. Because you must see how to remove some business expenses, salary, maybe transport, maybe data, remove all of that. And for me, there are times I even remove ad before revenue. Because at times, maybe there was a month I spent maybe 500K on ad. And I read I spent 400K on ad, and you make $1 million, maybe so not maybe 600K, 700K. If you keep counting all of that, 500, the money that comes in, I need to remove this, because if not, I realize that I'm going to be having higher cost as revenue, higher cost as gross profit. So I remove it. I know exactly what my gross profit is. So I don't keep acting based on that sum. Now, you can be making profit and then you are broke. You can think, I'm making profit. I'm like, where's all this money? Because at times you need to know what cash is actually entering. What bills are you paying? How much is available with you? Especially for those who do cash intensive business. Customers are coming. But by the time you do everything, you know that money has gone. Because money is going, but a lot of things, money is going back to a lot of things. So you need to be able to actually know how much do I have. Because there's something that is the reality here. Your record versus the reality. We'll still come back to this. Your record versus the reality. You may have money on the record, but do you actually have the money in the business? You need to always compare what you have in your record with your bank statements. Check if your sales record and the money in your account matches. If it's not matching, then you know something is wrong. Have I spent something that I cannot trace? Have I made double transactions? What have happened? Just by sorting this difference can help you to know loopholes in your business. Some people have staffs. Their staff will steal almost all of their money, and they will not know. Oh, I have staff. The staff is not being faithful because you're not doing proper accounting. I know about people here that does POS business in their shops and the likes. One of them complain, oh, my staff is this, my staff is that one. At times your staff can tell, but you're not taking accounting. They are not reconciling whatever they've done at the end of the day. Today they took 500 naira, it's not detect. Next tomorrow they took 1,000 naira. And before you know it, they will go bold and keep doing more. Because you only see what's in the book, you're not matching it. What you did doesn't match what's in the statement. Some say, I always come back, I'm just tired. You cannot be tired to do accounting. One year I did POS business and I had 5 centers. And one thing that taught me is that if you not do accounting for 2 days, you can go bankrupt. Because at the time when you are doing accounting, you start looking for 30,000. And 1 hour you are looking for 30,000. You're still looking for 100K. 1 hour you're looking for 100K. Then you now later discover, oh, I gave this person money. Oh, I gave that one money. I know the implication of that is normally, if a staff have taken some of those money, you will not know. That times I've worked, then one day I'll just see a bundle of cash somewhere, 20,000 somewhere. Because in everything that you do, you just like this money is missing, that money is missing. But you cannot trace it because we not do good accounting. I want your staff start noticing that they can take money from you and you will not detect. They'll keep taking it and they'll keep getting bolder. You need to know where money could leak from. Is it unrecorded sales? Is it duplicates? Is it that 2 people have access to your business? Is it forced expenses? Is it unauthorized use? Is it collusion? Are people coming together to take money away from you? You need to know. You need to know. It's bad for me because about 4 of my staff have access to move money in my business. And those who have access to move money, I need to know. And someone will say, how will I help people to move my money? If people are moving my money, they will steal from me. What do you think happens with those big brands that you see? You think Dangote is the only one that can move money in his business? Or you think those big restaurants that you see around you, you think they are the only one? You see, anytime they want to, Chicken Republic, Domino's Pizza, mention it, Crunchies, whatever big restaurant you have in your area. They have chains, some of them 500 chains in the country, some even outside the country. Burger King, there's this very popular McDonald's all over the country. Do you think they are the only? Do you think they are? Do you think it's only the owner of the business that have access to it? That have access to transfer money from the business? No, no. They have managers. They have people that can transfer money from the business. But how do they detect if that? Because they have proper accounting, proper record, proper auditing, and enable them to avoid being scammed. It reduces risk because you are planning to scale, you are planning to grow. So I'll just keep it this way so that I'll be able to monitor things. I'll just keep it this way so that nobody will take my money. And you stay small. You will stay small. You will never grow that way. I need to build a business that can check itself. Don't let one person control the whole transaction. I just told you. I have different people, and one person can check on another. Other staff that don't have access can check, okay, this accounting balance, this accounting balance. One that is transfer money can feel one person that is doing the accounting. Is this thing balance? Is this thing balance? Keep invoices, receipt, and evidence. They just transfer money and then you don't keep the receipts. I know some of my staff doing accounting for each other to tag all the receipts. Oh, this money, this is the money, this is the money, this is the money, this is the total. And then review transactions. They require approval for significant payments. My PA knows there's an amount of issue that will happen in a business that she can take, she can fix without telling me and inform me later. But there's certain amount that she can never fix without informing me, without taking my approval, unless you'll be liable. All these are very, very important. Keep good records. Also, effort, tax, and compliance. We'll fight easy for several business that they have no records, no statement of affairs, nothing. We even want to do something for them, nothing. They are keeping no records. We just have to find a way to help some of them to find their tax, because they don't have any sales record, expenses. They just like they are making money. And there's one of my clients, FRS just gave me 86 million naira. And what happened? They just checked his bank statement for the last 2 years. And they checked he had over 1 billion naira worth of expenses. And they just hit him with 86 million naira. And does not have sales records to defend himself. Nothing. Nothing to defend himself. Because he doesn't keep accounting. And when I checked that business, I realized that most of the 1 billion naira is just capital. It's capital going in and coming out. And they want him to pay 86 million naira. Very, very important. So what are the 10 questions you need to ask yourself? How much money came in? Which client brought the most money? How did the money come in? Which service brought the most money? Where did most of the money go? What did we actually keep? Is anybody owing us? What unexpected expenses appeared? What changed from last month? You see this question, what changed? In my one-on-one session, I interviewed someone that did 3 million naira December. Then January, back to 1 million. Now, everybody knows how December is. But one important you need to know is what actually changed in December. What do you do different in December? Was it a promo? Was it a sales? It was a promo. You need to start looking at how you can do more. Maybe April you do a star promo. Maybe June you do media promo. Maybe November you do Black Friday. You start looking for more ways to replicate it. What actually changed? What changed last month? And how can I keep it consistent? I did 5 million last month, then this month I must do 5 million naira. Whatever I did that month, I must replicate it. What actually moved the needle? And once you discover what moved the needle, you don't put down what actually did that. What unexpected expense appear? What decision should these numbers change? What are you currently doing based on what happened last month? Numbers are meant to give information. And when they give information, you are meant to take action. Oh, last month, people actually start patronizing for this. Oh, last month, I made this post and people came. What was actually different in this post than what I've been doing? Oh, the timing. Oh, the way I phrased it. Oh, the people I sent it to. Oh, last month, this particular service increased. How did it increase? Why did it increase? Oh, I reduced price. Oh, I did a discount. Oh, I did this. Very, very important. What decision should these numbers change? Your numbers are meant to turn into management decisions. They are meant to help you make management decisions, not just to see them. They are meant to help you to know what you need to keep working on, what you need to stop, what you need to improve. What you need to delegate, very, very important. I said it earlier that the Pareto principles, 20% of what you do gives you 80% of the profit. 80% of what you do gives you 20% of the profit. Once you know the 20%, now means you need to focus on 20%. The remaining 80%, delegate, employ someone that will do the job. Employ someone, don't waste your time on the 80%. You don't need to throw the 80% away because 20% of revenue is still good. But employ someone that will do the job. Then invest. Where should more resources go? Oh, this month I spent 500K on advert and I made 1 million naira. Do the math. You need to increase your money for hearts. Even though at times increasing your money for heart is not actually directly proportional to making more profit. But no, you need to focus more on hearts. I paid this influencer and I got this. You need to play more influencer. Oh, this is what is actually working. Put more resources in it. Then follow up. Who needs more attention? There's a client that's giving us all the job that always giving us NGO, always giving us NGO. And this client is actually in a particular organization, and most of them do NGOs. This person actually, she's like, what's it called? She helps people to get grants and have many people under her that she mentors, have NGO. What do I need to do? Pay more attention to this person, talk to this person, laugh with her, communicate with her. So that someone else does not come and start and carry, and that CCJ does not come and take her away from me. I keep her by all means. If I don't see her this week, oh, what happened? Hope there's no issue. Hope there's no problem. Give attention to her job. If everybody's NGO is coming out in 3 months, I have to come out in 2 months. A client reaches out to me. I gave me job for training my 45 class. You think I'll treat it like someone that gave me 1 class? No, it has to come out. You need to know what to pay attention on. All your clients cannot be different. Of course, you give all clients respect, you treat all clients well. But a client is giving you is actually giving you most of the revenue. And you said your staff should be attentive. No, I will call you. If needs to be, I will drive down to your house. And you have naming ceremony, I'll come and visit you. It's very, very important. Know what needs attention. When you start taking accounting, it's not just for show. It's not just for show. It's not just for show. If the numbers don't change a decision, you are only collecting numbers. If you are taking accounting and your accounting is not changing the decision you are making, what are you doing? You just want to show, oh, this month. I mean, what's the purpose? Accounting is meant to help you make your business decision. So the question is, you that you have not been taking accounting, what decisions have you been making in your business? What decision have you been making in your business? You've been running your business for 3 years, 4 years, and you don't take good accounting. You don't know what you made last month, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. So what decision have you been taking? And you are now you are surprised that your business is not growing. How will it grow? How will it grow? How will it grow? You don't know what is working. You're just running business anyhow. You're just running a glorified hobby. As you change this month and start taking accounting, know that you're not just taking it for the sake. You're not just collecting numbers. Very, very important. Thank you very much. I've not checked if anybody is following me, but I hope you guys are following me. Anybody, any question? Any question? Hello, are you with me?
Yes, I will be with you.
Any question?
Yeah, there is a question actually. Um, Tonight's class was somehow much of a fire. So the question I want to ask is, you said remitter is not an expensive. So please, can you buttress more on that because I do not understand that particular part. So that's the only thing I have to ask.
Okay. For example, someone paid you 50K. For example, to do a company, to enter a company, and it's going to cost you 22,000, or let's say 25,000 to register the company. After you register the company with 25,000, 25,000 is going to, maybe 25,000 is what's going to go to remitter. That you're going to pay to remitter. You are not to uh you are not to calculate that 25,000 as part of the profit. Are you with me? We're not calculating that 25,000 as part of the profit. That has nothing to do with the profit. Is that when the whole 25,000 that is left, that is your money, is your profit. That 25,000 that come in as part of the revenue, you don't need to calculate it. Let me explain. It's just like as if you went to maybe let's assume that you are selling a phone, and then you bought a phone for 100K, and then you sold the phone for 110K. If you want to calculate your profit, are you going to calculate the 100K? No, all you're going to calculate is the 10K. So remitter is just the cost of doing the job. Hello?
Yes, that's well noted, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
I understand it. Thank you, man.
Any other question? Okay. Thank you all. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.